And welcome to the fourth round of the fsATC AirFrog NASCAR Heat 4 Championship. We know we had to delay for a day because yesterday we had our event on our Discord server, Across the Puddle, where we flew across the Atlantic Ocean. I believe there is a D-Live stream of that, and that might also be uploaded to our YouTube of the scope. Joining me today, we have Tanks here in the Discord.
Hello.
Hello. We're also going to have a couple of different people doing penalties for us here. It just depends, because we've had our usual penalty guy, YouTube Raiders. He had to step out for a little bit, I think, today. And so we're going to have either Lord Justice Clark Turner here, or we might have Smiling Troll also come in and help. So today, we have a little bit of news, actually. We have a new penalty system. We're trying to get rid of some of these yellows that kind of plague our series. So we are turning on reduced yellows, and this hopefully is going to try and not only throw less yellow flags, but it's also going to induce drivers being cleaner drivers, because if they make mistakes, it's actually only going to screw over their own race primarily. In addition to that, we're also going to be a lot harsher on penalties to try and prevent them from ruining others' races. Hopefully we can try and mitigate some of these issues that we've been having earlier with drivers just crashing a ton. If we want to take a look at the championship points, in first place we have Apen, the 30 or Venomous Player. In second place we have Finzo. Finzo is the number 21 car. And in third place we have J-Pen, the number 24 car of the championship. I believe that's updated stats. I think that's... I'm not sure those are updated stats, actually, but I believe they are.
Oh, by the way, Jeb, would you mind streaming in Discord just because, like, yeah, YouTube isn't exactly easy on the hardware.
Yeah. There you go.
Thank you.
We're gonna go ahead and head into a multiplayer. All right. Hopefully I should be able to get this lobby created pretty soon. I don't actually believe I have updated stats. I don't think he posted the graphs for last week into the channel, but oh well, that's fine. We still know that from the 3 wins, the massive amount of points Venomous Player got last week. He won all 3 races with us last week. So he's definitely still in the Leela Championship. The races that are going to be happening this week are going to be first at Indianapolis, second at New Hampshire, and third our absolute favorite track at Bristol. Hopefully, though, with these new rules, we should actually be able to keep it pretty clean. I know a couple of drivers, we were racing and testing out the reduced cautions after last week's racing, and I think we found them to be a little bit better than the stringent cautions like they normally are.
Ready.
All right, perfect. All right, we'll go ahead and hop into the lobby here. And go ahead and take a look at the race here.
You know, the interesting thing about Indianapolis is it's really just not like any of the other tracks. It's it's not rounded in like the first and second and third and fourth corners like any of the others are. It's sort of got a rectangular shape, and that sometimes tends to, you know, screw with how the drivers take their lines and stuff. So we'll just have to see who gets the hang of it first and gets ahead of everyone else, and who takes longer and gets sent to the back of the pack.
Yeah, certainly. We also see, even from just the screenshots here, we see very, very shallow banking, it looks like, compared to some of our other tracks we've raced at with these drivers. Should be interesting to see some different attempts at taking the lines. As all the drivers now, as they go green off the line, I think you see number 60 car might have forgotten to make gas there.
Boogity, boogity, boogity.
As we see the number 36 and number 51. No, that's the 21 Finzel, I'm pretty sure. As we see the 69 already up there into second place.
Oh, 36 makes contact with the wall. Keeps it. Oh, we already got a crash. That was... I didn't even catch the number, but he didn't brake or anything. Just slammed right into the back of the other car.
That would have been 30 car. But since we have these reduced caution zone, that's going to be your 30 car actual rooms on the steroids. Because that's a caution, and now we see these drivers coming around here. You've got to be a little bit less reckless now with these reduced cautions, otherwise you're going to ruin your own race.
Yeah, thankfully for the 30 car, he's already ahead in the championship by so many points. Hopefully this won't affect his standing. Really? Indeed, any little misjudgment of how quickly the car's going, whether or not you'll be able to hold the line, you'll either end up in the wall, sideways, or in the back of another car, and that's really just not good. So you really just gotta pay attention to what you're doing and make sure you're gonna be able to get around that corner properly.
Yeah, and the 69 also is pretty good at driving carefully here, especially because these drivers know they have these reduced cautions on.
Definitely.
Very easy for them to just get thrown in the back of the pack if they make a mistake. It's going to put them into the wall in front of a driver. We do still throw cautions, I believe, for multi-car incidents. I believe that's how the game does it, but I don't believe for single-car incidents, unless it's bad enough, I don't think the game throws many cautions.
Yeah. Well, looks like we had another incident back in, looked like it was turn 2. Still no caution out, so looks like it again was a single car incident.
When we were attempting to do this on Bristol, I believe we learned that actually, even though you make a single mistake, occasionally it's not actually that hard to make it back up the ladder sometimes. You just gotta time your pit stops and stuff right. As we see the number 69 and the 21, I believe here are battling it out. And I believe the 21's going to try and go lower on the 69. 69's going to go up towards the wall. That's going to allow them to
they touch.
And they bumped right there. 69 got right on the rear quarter.
69 got pretty loose from that one.
Yeah. Certainly cost him a lot of time there.
Definitely. He's still in contention. He didn't lose too much, and luckily he was able to keep it straight, but, yeah. Is he riding on the wall there?
A little bit, yeah. I don't know. He seems to be dropping back up from the 21 here. As we see him setting up.
He does.
As he's starting to fall back into, that was a good flash.
Yeah.
As we're starting to see him fall back into the grass here of another. Is he rocking? Okay, I think Popcorn is a new livery actually for this race. Oh, as we see the.
Oh.
What is this?
Yeah, he's.
Oh, is that the 21 that just took himself out?
Yeah, 2 cars just ran off the track. I don't know what that was about.
Hey boys, Troll.
Yes.
Just let you know, I disconnected, so I'm gonna be helping out with
Perfect. Or well, not perfect, but
and whatnot.
Yeah. So we see the mistake from the 21 is costing the Reaper's race actually, as is that the number? Yeah, it's the wrong car.
That's.
It's
I think I might have just seen near accident there.
Take a look at
Yeah.
back here. As we see the traffic light 3 wide as the 24 tucks in front of the number 30. I can't tell the numbers because other people are changing the schemes. We have a lot of drivers actually supporting new liveries for this race weekend. 36, I believe, is 36 car is what? Who the hell is a 36 car? Oh, it's more. Okay. Alright. As you see, the 51 actually will take a pretty good, significant amount of time to pull away from this 21 car right here. Looks like the 21. Oh, as we see the 51 also get a little bit loose there.
Yeah. Oh.
As we see
And
the
there is.
51 maybe
Second.
disconnecting or... is the 21 also
51 and the 21 both heading into the pits.
Not quite
One
so
of
sure
them,
what
like,
happened there, because it looked like the 51 had some kind of neck code issue or something. Because it looked like he just kind of pulled off to the side of the track and stopped. I'm not sure what
kind of did.
So I'm pretty sure he hit the 21, but I'm not sure whether that was actually purposeful or not. We'll probably have
It
to
wasn't,
check it.
sadly.
What?
It wasn't.
Okay.
I popped down in there and there like profuse apologies going around. They were Finza was a bit heated, but I mean, as you can imagine, just like anyone who had been sent into the pits, but it seemed like it wasn't intentional.
So looks like both of the leaders in the overall season standings are not having a great race day today in Indianapolis.
The leaders of the championship. I think they do have a pretty significant amount of points over the rest of the cars, but if we can see a couple of new drivers actually winning some of the races, it's pretty interesting. I believe one other thing that is pretty important to add is we do actually have a new team that's going to be joining us as a Gatorade team. And I believe some of their cars are in this race. I believe the 36 cars in Gatorade. And actually, I believe the 51 might be as well. Yeah, 51 is, I believe, one of the Gatorade cars.
Rock and ball.
Oh, hello, Joe.
And yep, that would be Joe.
Broadcast booth almost have as many people as there are in the race.
Yes, sir.
One sec.
Yeah, unfortunately, I won't be able to make all the races today. I got some stuff going on my end. But hopefully, when is this the Bristol race we got going on right now?
So Bristol's going to be our last track, actually.
Yeah, see, I don't think I'm going to be able to make that one, unfortunately, which is a huge bummer, considering that was one of my races I wanted to broadcast. But, oh well, we'll always do next week.
Yeah. As we see, number 21 here, I think just kind of crawled his way back up the order after that unfortunate incident there.
Unfortunately, I have to go. I'll probably be back for the Bristol race, but apparently my parents need me to do some crap, so...
That's alright.
Yeah, see ya.
Looks like number 21 got more banged up than some prostitutes last night.
Yeah, we see, I think the 21 and the 51 got into a bit of a collision there. I think there was some kind of error, though, with the game. Because the 51 to pull over and then kind of, like, I don't know, managed to bump back up into the 21. As we see, I'm not actually sure where the leader is here. Oh, as we see a big crash there from number 60 car, that is? I think that's a 60 car, as he touched on the grass and spun himself around.
Oh no.
Oh no. Not get off the track. Oh, as we see, someone got really loose there. that was either the 21 or that was the number. Oh, as we see, the 21 and the 36 are both. 21 seems to be repeatedly ramming himself in a pit wall. He's going the wrong way around the track and rammed himself into the wall again. I'm pretty sure Finzo is not in control of that car.
Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me. Looks like we got a nice race going on here. I haven't seen too many yellow flags. I mean, I just got here, so unfortunately, like I said, I'm going to be in and out of the broadcast booth today. Got a bunch of stuff going on, but looks like number 30 car is, for once, is not in the lead as to what it looks like.
I think he made a mistake on the first lap, and he put himself in the back of the pack. So he's trying to crawl his way back up. One thing that we did want to point out, though, is that we do have, or what we want to remind people, is that we have our reduced yellows on this race. And so hopefully with this new rule package, as we see, we actually haven't thrown a single yellow flag out the entire race.
Which is awesome. That's what all races need to be, but you know, we are understanding that some of these tracks can be very difficult on the driver, as we will have Bristol today for the last race. So it looks like we got a little burnout.
Just sent himself off into the wall. I think he might have got loose there and put his wheels on the grass and just went right into the wall. You see a ton of these drivers having significant damage on them. As we see drivers actually completing their pit stops here. And it looks like the 51's in the wall. As we see, number 36 has tires all over the grass there on the exit of the pit lane. Doesn't look like he stopped to repair any of his damage, though. The hood is still really bent up. So you see that, I believe that's his 24 coming out of pit lane right ahead of his teammate here. Still has some pretty significant aero damage up there. I would have it a guess that he's actually the one in the lead of the race right now at the moment, but we'll have to wait until this order this comes around again. As we see the 51 also having a bit of issue there, spinning his wheels on from the pit lane and going on the grass road, but that cost him a ton of time. This would be the second pit stop the 51 is completed after whatever happened earlier where he sent the 21 up into the wall. As we see number 2 car now heading. I would expect J-Pen's actually in the lead of this race just because of his amount of distance he's put in between himself and the others. Oh, yeah, he would be because we see that Troll and both, I believe Troll's disconnected, so. And according to the order list, we have J-Pen number 24, and then we have Finzo number 21, followed by Venom, our championship leader, number 34. J-Pen has a ton of distance over between himself and Finzo. As long as he doesn't make any mistakes, it appears that he actually might be able to win this race, take the win for this race at least, and that's going to give him a pretty significant amount of points. He is in 3rd place of our championship, but easily taking a couple wins here could probably boost him up in a second, and then maybe he can go after his brother and try and take the lead. As you see from his really clean lines, it looks like he's certainly put a lot of practice to this track. We don't see much error that he's making here with his lines. He hasn't made a single. I don't believe he's made many mistakes there in this race. As you see, of course, he's about to go a little bit high here, but that's alright as he able to hold it through the corner. see the very clean racing here from J-Pen. Very deserving of this lead here. You see all the other drivers who've gone down on the grass from those marks on it. Go ahead and take a look. I think he might be actually coming up here to lap the number 21 car. I think we saw that as the 21 has a bit of an issue there and goes off on the grass. Is that possible? Is J-Pen actually... I am... Sometimes the order board in this game is actually not very helpful. This race is actually gone pretty remarkably well here for these lack of cautions, actually. It's been pretty great. We haven't seen any drivers, I believe, causing incidents with other drivers. The one problem is we actually, our penalty guy had to step out here for a little bit. Hopefully by the next race, though, we should be able to have him in here. As we see the, we're taking a look here at number 30 car championship leader. Not the race leader, I believe. 60 car, I believe, is new to the championship last race. Certainly supporting a very cool livery here. So look at the 36 car here being chased out by the 2 car. Quite a bit of bench of aerodynamics on that car there. 15 as well. 50 right by 51. 15 get loose. And just on his own out there. It's spinning and spinning and spinning. This was number 2 there, get a little bit loose. Also looks like a 15 just in the wall. And completely disconnected. Unfortunately, I believe we've had a number of drivers actually disconnect from this race. It's a little bit of a shame. Take a look back here at the number 2 car. They're battling it out here. As we see the 2 trying to go low here in the 36, but he's not going to have to. Oh, it appears that the 2 might have just sent himself off into the dirt. As he comes back up onto the track behind the 60 car. That's a big loss there for the number 2 car. Gonna have to try and make up those positions. If we're going to go and go back here and take a look at our race leader, as it looks like the person number 51 is pitted. Looks like the 24 car's also disconnected. What a shame for him losing the lead of this race. We've got a lot of disconnections here. Maybe something with the service is actually up at this point. As we see the 21 car in front here out of the 51. I'm not exactly sure who's leading this race. If we have that guy, or that Okay. And we've had Jake had disappeared from this race. I'm not sure what that means that Popcorn is in. It should be Popcorn, I believe, is number 1. He's in this race. Could possibly be. And so the leaderboard's actually not. Side by side as number 30 is going to jump right in front here of the number 2 car. 30's able to get right by down the main straight. 30's actually supposed to go high as number 2's going to try to go low. Looks like the 30's still going to get better exit at the back corner, turn 1. Once he comes around towards turn 2, you see number 2 continue to drop back down. The 30 might actually be going to lead this race. That's going to be his 4th consecutive win here in the ATC NASCAR Championship. His almost 7th or 8th win after this race. You see number 2 car might also have some championship. Pit stops, it looks like. As we see, it looks like the entire front end of that car is just crumpled inwards. I'm not exactly sure who we have here. We haven't had a single caution of this entire race. Perhaps, hopefully, we'll have at least 1 or 2 more tight tracks like Bristol, but I think for here, it's perhaps better that we don't.
Good evening, Jab. How are we doing?
Pretty good. The problem is we can't actually tell who's winning.
Right, okay. Do you want to get me up to speed with what's happening? What's been going on?
So we're trying out reduced cautions.
Okay.
Which means that cautions are not really being thrown unless you collect multiple drivers in an accident. And so we've had a bunch of people spin themselves, and so we haven't had any cautions actually so far.
Okay, cool.
Right
Awesome.
now we're in Indianapolis actually.
Yeah, there looks to be a lot of damage on a lot of the cars here.
Yeah, a lot of the cars are really significant front end damage, especially if they've gone on the wall.
Seems that they haven't taken into account what we previously told them about the braking zones.
Yeah, and about driving carefully.
Yes. Maybe those cautions might be coming out sooner than you think.
Yeah. We've seen a lot of drivers actually disconnect as well, I believe. We had our race leader, J10, actually also disconnected, as well as one of the trolls.
Oh dear.
Curse of the race leader.
Oh dear, oh dear.
We can't exactly tell who's racing because, or who's winning, because the live race lineup is very dumb in this game sometimes. Right now we're just taking a look at Finzo, but he's got, like, the front end of his car is completely smushed in. Take a look at some of the other drivers.
Well, I'm just watching number 2 here, and that would be Fraser. He's got a lot of front end damage, but he is out in the open. Nobody in sight.
They certainly have a lot of space in between them. We see a couple of drivers here still heading pit road. It looks like this would be like the 5th pit stop here with number 51 car.
I'm gonna say there doesn't look like there's been a lot of yellows or anything like that.
No. Seems like these drivers are either going really, really hard on their tires, or I think they are, because they keep hitting pit road every, like, couple of laps, it feels like. I'm not exactly sure why that is.
No, this stuff I had to do was a lot smaller, so I'm actually back now. Yeah, ooh, and that is
all over the dirt.
Yeah.
You see him starting to.
Dude, everyone's just so spaced out on this. It's like me entering a nightclub.
Yeah.
This is crazy. There's a lot of social distancing going on in this race so far. Really good to see. Everyone's wearing masks. And from what I can see from the damage, there has been a lot of contact, and I'd like to remind all viewers that is not acceptable with this current lockdown environment in the UK. Fortunately, this is NASCAR, we're in the US, and some forms of interaction are acceptable. Finley's looking like a snake right here. He is swerving everywhere, around every corner. It's interesting, because I think he just pitted, so should have a fresh set on. Let's see what he can do with it.
Hopefully it doesn't look like he's repairing his damage at all. He's still...
Yeah. I bet it's so much that, it's probably not enough to get him black flag, but it's probably enough that, he doesn't want to wait the whole amount of time and lose enough placements, but that damage there is really just going to cost him.
It is. I completely agree. It's number 36, I believe, enters the pit lane. Yeah, Mort.
Possibly. No, I believe the 36 is still out.
Number 60 just leaving the pit lane here.
Yeah, number 15 just entered the pit lane, I believe.
Good old Boris. A little bit of Boris Johnson, bit of BJ. Did I just say that? Yeah, I think I did.
Yep, you did.
Wow.
Out loud.
Oh wow. Flex seal, just what you want.
Oh, there's always the next wave.
Oh, it appears that Boris is not interested in racing anymore. Yep,
And what is
he's
the
having a good
60 doing? Wow.
Yeah, that is Boris. He's having a good sniff of the turf there. He's enjoying
Looks
it.
like he picked the wrong day to start sniffing blue.
Yeah, he is. He's acting like he's won. I don't understand this, but maybe he has won.
That was a
No?
really good airplane.
Surely race.
Yeah. And there goes,
There's number 60 finally back on the track. Okay, let's catch up with number 36. Number 36 tailing number 12 now, down the home straight.
He's going to try and go low here, I think. His first turn. Oh, is he bumps?
oh, that is some
Orange takes,
contact.
That's pretty good.
Orange takes a big high.
We've got our penalty man.
Wowee.
It's your
I
discretion.
think, I personally think that might not have been their fault. I think that might have
I
been
don't
an
think it was.
accidental.
I think there was
Yeah.
trying to be a bit of communication there, and I think Blue came low, and the orange car, I'm not sure, is it number 21? Is it
It's the
Finzo?
51.
51.
I think that's the car. I'm pretty sure it's right behind him.
Yeah, I think he was told he was going in a different direction, maybe.
60s
I think he got surprised that the other car was there. I don't think he knew he was there and just turned the wheel on accident because he got startled.
You see the 60 car actually went back out in the grass there. Probably having more fun mowing lawns than racing in last place. I believe this is in last. Yeah.
It's like he picked the wrong day to start smoking.
This is true. I will agree.
According to the leaderboard, Mort just unlapped himself, but I guess he's behind. I don't know. Not exactly sure what's going on here. Because I think the racing at Mort might be a lap down.
Okay, number 51 and 36 really going at it here. Oh, they're getting very close. There is no social distancing between these two. They are going at it like dogs. I love it. Oh, there's a bit of contact there by number 36.
This is 36 is now down on the grass.
Yeah, he's lost a little bit of time there, but he's still catching. Oh, and number 51's hitting the outside wall. This could be tense.
The car's actually starting to get a little bit closer together.
Yeah, there's a little bit of grouping going on now. A little bit of grouping. Who doesn't like a group session?
How many laps we got left in this race?
Not enough, I'm going to tell you that now. The action is just starting to build up. 51 has some severe front right damage. I think that is going to really cause some problems here in the later stages.
Lucky
all
for
that
him,
front
all
right
the other
side is exposed.
looks like a Talladega race with all the drivers.
Number 2 has absolutely
number
sent
one.
it into the grass. Oh
Looks like
my
he
lord!
completely
That is just a
lost the
complete and
number
total
2,
loss of
that's
control.
gotta be.
As the
Oh
36
wow!
is doing it as well. The 36 appears to be slowing. What in the hell
Yeah,
was that?
36.
Oh,
I think this is going to be a
36 is
caution.
pitting.
I think this is a yellow flag. I think this is a yellow flag. Yeah,
Oh,
surely.
no,
Everyone's slowed down. I don't know actually. Finzo looks like he is still going at a decent amount of speed. Maybe they just
Yeah.
realised they could pit. They could just squeeze in time. But yeah, that is 36, number 30, number 2, all coming into the pits, all needing some repair jobs there. Number 21, Finzo's still staying out. He's
Yeah, and the
managed to
one
keep
guy
his
who
cool.
needs, the one guy of all of them who needs it most.
Yeah, he
is
is
the one
able
who
to
stays
stay out
out.
there.
I think at this point he's just like, if I go enough time, oh, now he's hitting. Yep. Oh.
51. That is. I think that that's a combination of a lot of minute crashes causing some big ones there. But Finzo's doing really well here. He's just staying out. He's keeping cool, keeping calm, and he's racking up some times here. This is nice to see. Really good to see. He does need it a lot. Number 21. He is staying out. But yeah, let's hope he keep the same thing going.
At this point, I think his mindset is, if I can go long enough without pitting,
Yeah.
he might be able to just barely squeeze the win without running out of
Yeah,
fuel
I
and
think,
keeping his tires.
Certainly, really, yeah. Unfortunately, we're not actually able to see the lap count, so we're not going to actually quite just know how many laps there are left in the race. We also don't have stats on his fuel or his tires.
Mm-hmm.
He might be trying to
You're
save
right.
it out. We also see
Number 30, and I believe that's number 15.
yeah,
They are. Number 30 is tailing number 15. Number 15 takes an early dive in. This could open up a bit of room on the inside, and it does. Number 30 coming alongside here, going to take the lead from number 15.
looks like
Yeah, that 30 with his...
That was a really
Yeah,
nice
30.
move on the inside there. 15 just went far too early, dove in, tried to keep the speed out of the back of the corner, but couldn't keep it, and clearly made enough room for number 30 to come through.
Yeah, now that 30's got some repaired aero, he's going to be he might just be dominating the track from now.
Well, we have seen in previous races he has been taking a lot of form through and carrying it through into these races. So the experience prevails in that attempt there. So he takes the lead, we would imagine now, unless Finzo has racked up far too many laps. We will see in due course. Definitely so, and I think number 21 Finzo also definitely needs a pit soon. He has been doing well, racking up some laps, maybe a bit of extra time, but with those fresh set of rubbers and perfect aero now, number 30 car is really going to eat down the time on number 21. So he's going to want to pull that move nice and early if he can.
I'm going to go ask J-Pen how many laps we got left.
Yeah, that's cool.
The 30 car just tapped the wall there a little bit on the exit.
Ooh, 15:36 having a little. Oh, that is a big crash! Oh my lord! So number 15 tapped number 36, sent him down into the ground, into the grass, and then number 36 came all the way back up across the grass and just absolutely hammered straight into the wall. Not sure whether or not they were trying to. 36 was trying to purposefully hit number 14.
Generally,
but
we still. Oh, yeah. You mean for the 36?
But for the 36 car, yeah, I believe 36 car. 14 was the initial tap onto 36.
Right. Answer, we just have just about 5 laps to go, so Finzo might just have a chance of being able to stay out and clinch the win here.
Lovely, beautiful. So I might want to revisit that one at the end. We'll have a bit of a discussion.
Alright, I don't actually have the recording, because the game doesn't record every camera angle.
Yeah, that's fine. Well, I remember exactly what happened, so we'll have a chat about that after the race and see whether we want to throw a caution out there, because that was a pretty hefty.
Yeah, penalty,
We'll see what
I'm
we
not sure
can
whether they
do.
actually have reduced caution zones, but from what I see, it doesn't even look like they do.
No, well,
like
that
they
was a
have no
huge hit
caution
on 36 then. So yeah, I imagine that maybe we'll want to revisit that.
Yeah,
Caution's off because
yeah, they might just be off because I haven't seen a single caution thrown this race.
No, I don't think they're on at all.
that incident should have brought one out. There are a number of incidents here actually. Even like the 60 car driving around mowing the lawns for the work essentially.
Yeah, that would have normally brought a caution out, to be fair.
Track appreciates
51's
it,
hugging this nice line inside here. Carrying some nice speed through. Number 2 unable to do. Oh my lord, number 2 just twitches and straight into the side. He's lost a lot of time there on number 51. A lot of time. Let's see if he can gain any down this back straight.
It's probably going to be the last 3 or 4 laps here.
Yeah, definitely so. Number 30 is well out there at the moment, and same with number 21. 21 is doing really nicely there, following his lines.
Guessing we probably have about 2-ish laps to go.
Yeah, I think 2 or 3 laps left, I believe.
As long as Finzo can keep the gas gauge out of the empty, he might just win this.
Interesting to see how much he has got left. Number 2 hitting the wall again on his own accord.
Pushing, though, as he looks like he's actually coming up here
He is trying to push. Number 51 has severe aero damage, I believe, there, so could be interesting towards the end of this.
Does some pretty significant aero damage as well.
Yeah.
We're back at our leader. I believe this would be the last, either 1 or last 2 laps.
I think if you look at the flag stand, when he comes around to the line and back again, we might be able to catch a glimpse of. If when you see that white flag flying, that means it's the final lap. There's the white flag. I think I saw something.
I saw like a checker, I saw a light, so last lap.
Oh, decent bit of damage there.
I don't think, as long as he can keep it from spinning, I think he should be good to take this win. I guess it's probably the last lap of this race then. So just want to watch our leader, hopefully I see.
We watch number 51 and 36 going at it again. 36, oh, there's a bit of twitching there. Number 51 goes very wide on the inside, and he does well to just hold on to it, to be fair to him. Got a lot of damage on that front side. There is a hell of a lot of damage, which is...
Repaired arrow, he's not actually this race.
Yeah, not a chance. I think he's done for on this race. The standings are pretty apparent. They'll remain pretty much the same now for the rest of the race, if we are indeed on the last lap.
21, yeah, across the line, disconnected, so I think.
Lovely.
Take a look here. I believe this is our second
Really nicely.
30 car. Probably he's about to take the checker, probably. Really clean driving with 30. Unfortunately, this wasn't enough to get him back.
Very
Just
nice.
found out the person who crossed the line disconnected and did not actually finish the race. Race is still on.
That is
Unfortunate, to say the least.
That is a interesting donut across the line from 30.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think the race is just finished now. Is that correct?
I believe so. The 30, I'm probably sure.
Yeah, 30 just once 30 crossed. That's the
Get out
30's on a
so our
slowdown.
race winner
I think since the 21 was like literally 2 feet from the line before he disconnected, I think he should still probably get the win.
On a moral reason, I think we should give
21
it
was
to
a
him.
lap down.
We
Yeah.
will consult the drivers.
21's still in the race.
No, the 21
Well,
he didn't disconnect on mine.
Just one that disconnected.
Finzo did not win. It was Alex.
But Finzo crossed
Yes,
the wall.
but Finzo just before crossing the line disconnected.
I'm looking at Finzo's car right now, or I was. Now I am. He's still in the race.
What?
He's on a slowdown now.
No,
Well, who was the one that
51.
disconnected just before the end?
Oh my god, he is? What in the world?
Yeah. Let's see.
So who was in the lead? What's the roster from what you see?
I'll go here. I'll disconnect him.
In fact, I think it's coming up now.
Yeah, it's about
So-
up here.
Yeah, Alex was first.
Because we could have sworn that
Fraser
Finzo
second.
we could have sworn Finzo won.
Oh yeah, look at that. He's in 5th.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait, hold on, but he didn't. So he didn't. That's
Anyway, is Turner back, by the way?
Yeah, I'm here.
Perfect. Okay. Let me send you over what we have so far.
Okay.
The only
I've got one situation I want to revisit as well.
only one penalty that occurred, or not penalty, one strike that occurred,
Okay,
and that was for
Which
number
was?
36. He has one penalty, or sorry, one strike.
one strike. Okay.
Other than that, just to make sure you know, if someone comes out of the pits and they
Yep.
come straight onto the track and they don't wait till they're on the back straight,
Yep.
be super strict at that. And then instead of giving them a strike, just hop in chat and tell us you have to do a pass-through penalty.
Okay.
And just let us know when that happens,
That's
whenever
gonna-
you see it.
That's gonna screw somebody over.
Yeah,
It
probably
screwed
so.
over many people. I think there were like 4 or 5 that happened.
One thing I want to
Will you
revisit
guys issue
in
the
that
drive-throughs
race.
back up in the chat because is that
Yeah,
why so many
well,
people drove through the pit lane?
Can I just quickly revisit that one incident that I saw between 14 and 36? There was one in this race where 14 was on the high side, 36 was underneath.
14 was
14
racing a bit dirty, but 36
Four-
sent 14 in the wall.
Yeah, so 14. 14 came down and hit 36. 36 then went off the grass on the low side, came back out onto the track. But I believed at that point he was out of control because of the previous contact by 14 and went straight into the wall. Anyone see anything else?
I was spectating it at the time, and from what it sounded like, it was intentional.
Right, okay. So we're going for
He
one.
didn't mean to hit him in the wall, but he was definitely meaning to hit him and give him a bump.
So we're going to give one
That's the
strike
that's
to
the strike that I
14.
have. Yes, sir.
Sorry, right. So the strike, one strike for 36 on a previous, and then one strike for 14.
No, that is the strike for 36, and that's it.
So one strike for both. So we've got one for 36 and one for 14.
Well, 14 was the one that made the initial contact to 36 to send
did
him
not
off the track.
You are allowed to make contact. You're not allowed to wreck someone.
Yes, I'm aware of that, but it was the initial contact which led to the next one.
'cause the
It was a
14
clear block.
14 pushed the 36.
It was a clean block. Let's put it that way.
Whoa.
36 kept
Nope,
pushing
the
up in the
36
spot
ended
that was
up
being
going-
blocked and went off the track of his own accord.
No, that's not the bit I'm on. We're clearly
In the
not
single-
on the same
in the
point.
single-
14 made accidental contact, and then 36 overreacted and decided to put the 14 in the wall on
Well,
purpose.
the
So it
screen that I
sounds like-
saw, on the bit that I saw, 14 didn't spin out at all. 14 just carried on as normal. So when 14 made the initial contact to 36, right? So that's the bit that I saw. 14 went into 36, sent 36 down onto the grass. Then he came back onto the track. 36 came back onto the track and tried to hit 14.
Sent 14 into the wall. 14 spun a
But
bit.
on that point, when he tried to hit him, from my point of view, 14 didn't actually go into the wall. 36 went into the wall very clearly. That was the bit that I saw, and I'd clocked both
We must
numbers
be
because I was
talking
watching
about
both.
two separate events then.
Yeah,
because
this is what I'm
the
on about, because I don't think we're on about the same event. Because on my screen, 14 carried on driving, 36 went into the wall and span out ridiculously. So
The event that there was a single event that I saw where Mort was trying to get into a spot that was being blocked, went down below, and then
I don't think we're on about the same thing, because at the time, the one that I was going at, they were parallel at the same time
Do you
in
remember
the
what turn
in the
this was
corner.
on?
I couldn't tell you.
Like, was it on the
It was on
later
the
bit of
pit
the?
straight. No, it was on the pit straight section, first corner going round.
Okay, yep, different events for sure.
Right. Okay. So I've got one. So we've got
So
one
two
strike
strikes
from
for
your
36.
point for 36, and
And
one
then
strike for
what?
14 for the initial contact, sending 36 off the grass.
I'll pass that down, or I'll pass that along.
Is
Have
that
a
all
good.
right? Yep. Everyone happy with that?
Yep. All right. So next race is going to be with us at where are we next? Next, I believe we're going to be at New Hampshire. So this is another 25% race. We want to go.
Yeah, New Hampshire's a small track. This will be pretty interesting.
Yeah, every one of you guys who are spectating is going back out of the lobby now. So
Yep.
we can
I'm backing out now.
go ahead and let them load in.
So interesting first race for me to come back to. A lot of last minute contacts when I got back in. Seemed that this first point everybody was so spaced out, and then now got a little bit of contact going on. I like it. A little bit of racing. I tell you what is going to be a really good race is Bristol. That is the one that I'm excited for. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah, especially
Even the real drivers have a hard time preventing crashes. They're happening every like 5 laps. So
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, it certainly should be interesting, especially when we're not throwing cautions every lap like we normally do. We tried this, I believe, that also on the Roval, and it was fairly decent.
Yeah, the Roval's its own little breed, though, isn't it? Really.
Yeah, hopefully next season we'll be able to
With a
get
lot of turns, it makes it a hell of a lot more difficult for these track cars. They are not designed to be turning. Just high-speed passes only. One thing I did want to bring up, I'm pretty sure we brought it up in a few other discussions as well, but the new drivers that we've got this year, do we think it's made racing easier or harder in general?
Especially, well, I think mostly with our, we've had a lot of rule changes actually aimed at trying to make it a little bit better to include the new drivers as well. Just trying to make it so that their mistakes are not going to ruin everybody's race. But I think that we've had a lot of really competent new drivers who've joined, so they've actually been really good racers. In some cases, actually better than some of the people who've been here since the beginning. And so I think that actually it certainly made the season more interesting when we have 12 cars as opposed to like 6 or 7. Unfortunately, today that's not the case.
definitely. Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking about getting my own copy. I just haven't yet, and when I do, I'll probably join in.
Plenty of time. I mean, the obvious hope is that we get a lot more of participants, and we get a few more people out there who maybe haven't raced before. A lot of people know racing, especially in America, as NASCAR, but over in Europe, I can definitely tell you that not a lot of people obviously do the NASCAR racing. They do more of the Formula One, and that's the kind of circuits that we normally do. But as one of the new starters to this season, I am thoroughly enjoying it. It's good that we can try and bring through a cheaper game and make sure that people are still having lots of fun with it, which is really good to see.
Exactly.
Yeah, especially with some of the yearly releases of like the Codemasters Formula One title. It's certainly not a cheap game every single year.
Yeah, exactly. But no, in general, it's really good to see. And from being in a few of the races, it's actually very competitive, which is even better to see on such a simple game. It's great to see that competitiveness from not only the experienced drivers, but the new ones as well, because they feel like you said, some of them have got the ability to go a very long way, and it's really nice to see.
Yeah, most definitely. Some of the competitive. I mean, we don't race for money or anything, but hopefully, I think that actually makes the series a lot better than racing for money. Because if we're racing for money, you see people who are really, really, really uptight about winning and stuff.
Oh yeah, that would cause so many arguments.
There is, I believe, a small reward for the winner of like $5 or something, but obviously not like not like that's actually gonna probably have that much.
No one's gonna start blood feuds over $5.
Oh, I don't know. Have you met some of the people in this? They are.
I think the blood feuds are mostly over people like. Although if it was competitive like that, imagine if you threw Drago in the center of that dude wouldn't stand fight. That dude wouldn't be allowed to stay in this Discord server as a whole for more than 5 minutes if that happened.
Yeah, well, this is a thing at the minute. Dragold, that's something I wanted to bring up as well. Unfortunately, he's not with us today, but he has influenced a lot of rule changes recently in the sport, and I'd like to know both of your thoughts on those rule changes.
Well,
Yeah, I mean, oh, you go ahead.
no, you can go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I think definitely it definitely improves the sport. I mean, obviously, as you regulate stuff more, it gets a little more complicated, but I think the whole keeping people, satisfied when knowing that the people who are causing trouble are going to be dealt with properly is just a good thing to give to the drivers, because you don't want to have people allowed to just run around the track wrecking anyone they like and just getting away with it.
Yeah. I mean, for those of you watching that haven't heard about the changes, I believe they may have been brought up previously, but
we can go over them again.
So the first offence is a 1 week suspension. Second offence is a 2 week suspension. Third offence, 3 week. Fourth, 4 week, and then the fifth offence is a ban from the league itself. So it's really good that we've actually now got a summary of what's going to happen. So
I believe we covered these. We covered these last race last race weekend. But this is where if you have more than negative, so if you lose 5 points based off of your penalties sum. So if you have
sorry to interrupt, but we actually did just revamp the system.
Okay.
So due to the fact that this is higher penalty, due to the fact that some racers were experiencing 3 or 4 point penalties in a race, and we're still only getting affected by -3 or -4 points in a weekend, we felt that just wasn't right. It wasn't affecting people enough. We didn't want it to be on your first offense you're really just getting screwed over. So what we did is your first penalty will reduce your score by 1 point. Your second penalty will reduce your score by an additional 2 points, so 3 points total. Your third penalty will reduce your score by an additional 3 points on top of that, so 6 points. And the fourth penalty will give you 10 points overall. 10 points off.
And so 4 penalties will give you a 1 week suspension, and then if you
Correct.
continue to do that after those suspensions, you can get a ban from the league for 5.
Well, so you can never get more than a week a single suspension in a weekend.
Yeah.
But you can continue to lose more points.
Yes.
So after the fourth one, you're still able to race. It's just your you start going really, really in the hole on points.
Yes, and then also
it really snowballs badly.
Yeah,
Also, race just started. You guys are good to join.
Thank you.
Awesome. Any queries on the previous things?
I just wanted to comment.
Well,
I think that Draggle actually influencing the rules has actually been kind of helpful for us. I think he's not the only driver that struggles on some of these tracks. Well, I don't know. Some people have their own opinions on whether he actually struggles or whether he's trying to take people out.
Yeah.
But honestly, I think that it's actually been really good for the league having a couple of drivers, not just him, who are not super quick.
Okay, and looks like we're underway here. Number 21 is taking the lead nicely. 30's got a high line, 51 on the inside. Bit of contact there on number 20, who goes on the inside. Number 30 has taken the lead. A little bit of dirty contact there. And now we start to see where everyone goes. Number 21 taking the grass line. 51. Ooh. Yeah, definitely needs to get some temps back in those tyres. As we see number 2 and number 20 both make a push in front of 51. Let's see if 51 can hold it. It looks like he can't, so 51's going to drop to the back. Number 21 moves up into third.
I think the 21 fell back down the order as he got overtaken by both the 30 car and the 69. Because I think he started on pole to take the quickest lap.
He's making a nice little push move on 69 here on the inside. Looked like 69 didn't quite carry that speed through. And also making a little bit of contact with the wall. Oh, 69 dives on the inside. Can he hold it? Oh, number 21 I think is keeping the pace, but it's really tense here in these first couple of laps.
Yeah, it's always these first couple of laps that sometimes can just make or break your entire race.
To interrupt. Number 30 was going all over the place. I'm guessing he's lost a lot of speed on that corner. Let's see if we can all catch up to him, because historically, once he's out there, it's very difficult to get him back. Isn't that right, Jap?
Yeah, it's certainly right. Once that 21 takes the lead of the race and he gets a little bit of distance, he just goes. That's really, really challenging unless there are cautions to be able to retake that lead.
Yeah, it's very, very difficult. I think that's probably another reason why the cautions are off this race, or on these races rather, as 21 takes a very high line into turn 2 there. I think that's another reason why they've taken them off, mainly because they want people to try and get a bit of normality, a bit of rhythm back into their racing. I mean, if you're stopping and starting all the time, as we all know from racing, it's very difficult to get a rhythm back and actually create that speed. You find you're going around one corner and then you're stopping again and again and again, and it just wears out on the tyres a bit more. Ooh, 21 going onto 2 wheels there. 60's in the red, yeah.
Oh, that's number 2. So that's leader. 51's kind of all over the track. But come back here and take a look at our leader. I think the other thing, so I just want to quickly finish up my point about track. I think that it's actually good because we not only influence stuff like that in the game, but they also influence the entire series as a whole. And I think that the rule changes that we've made, while they are very applicable to the stuff that he's done, I think that they're also very helpful for everything that's happened in this series.
Yeah, definitely. It will definitely put into perspective how hard it is to race. Because, I mean, we've all been there where some people are from different continents and the pings are slightly different. People don't realise that affects it quite a lot. I think Dragol does get a very bad rap in general, but I think some of it is down to his connection issues, some of it's down to his ability, some of it's down to the fact he just doesn't know where the brake is. But as a whole, I think it's good for the sport, and it's going to be good for this league to introduce a few point deductions just to keep everybody in check and keep them on their toes.
Yeah, most definitely. I think that, like you were saying, we do have drivers that come from all over the world to race in this series. Like, we've had a couple of them come from, like we have a single driver from South Korea, and sometimes we'll stay up until 5 in the morning to race with us.
Yeah. We've got them from everywhere, from the US, from the UK, we've got one from Poland, we've got one from Australia, I believe. We've also, like you say, got one from Korea, and yeah, so we've got them from everywhere, and it's really good to see so many people coming together to just enjoy one sport.
Certainly, it's definitely very impressive. It's a make this into a series. I believe in the chat we do have a couple of links actually here. If you'd be interested in coming and racing with us in this series, we do have 2 Discord links. There's one to the AirFrog Discord server, which is a virtual airline that flies in conjunction with us at fsATC. And then there's also a link for the fsATC Discord server, which is where you could join and you could come and possibly even try and race in this series if you have any interest in doing that.
So we see number 2. Oh, I've just seen number 2 cutting all the way across the grass and rejoining the track. So number 2, he did say to be harsh about it.
You should probably go ahead and give him a drive through. Just check in about that and make sure so just set up in the chat. Alright. So number 35 is still in the race here. Not exactly sure
So we're just confirming that out of the pits on this race is not an issue, because it's a single yellow line. If it was a double yellow line, then it would be the issue.
And that was background.
Yes. So number 2, clean racing from now on. Really nice to see. Wonderful drive by Fraser there. Seems that Moore is taking the optional route. Indeed, we've got number 24, 21 and 15 all making it for the top spot. 24 jumps on the inside, gives 21 a little bit of a love tap. Number 21 cuts all the way down in front of 24. Could have been a very dangerous intersection there. Ooh, 21. 21 just hit the barricade. It looked a little bit risky. Somehow he's managed to retain the lead in front of this 69 and 24 car. Yeah, that was juicy.
All right, guys, it's looking like I got to bounce, so I'll be back later.
All right, you take care now.
You too.
Certainly see this is a very, very interesting track to see these drivers racing on. It's not really comparable to many of the tracks that we race on. It's sort of like Miami, only if I recall correctly. Also maybe a little bit like Canadian.
Oh, 69 giving a little love tap to 24 there, make sure he still knows he's there. I do like this grouping of 21. I do like this grouping of 21, 24 and 69. It is a very good race. There's a lot of changing around here as we head into the midsection of this race, I believe. 24 has carried a nice amount of speed. Ooh, can he break through though? Can he break? It's very, very close between 69 and 24. It's a very, very good bit of driving. Can 24 hold on to this second place in this little pack? Yeah, it's a very flat surface. Let's hope they've adjusted on a lot of the suspension here, because they're gonna need those tire pressures to be absolutely spot on here, because they're gonna need that extra grip going into the corners where they can't do so on circuits like Bristol. As we see 24 getting up right behind 21. He's pushing his bumper. He's saying, get in. Love it. And 24 takes that lead in that little bit of pack there. Let's have a look at that leader. He is way out in front. He is way out.
24 is now in second. 21 actually trying to go low here. 21's going to be able to get by on the inside, I think, there with 24. Unless 24 is able to do something about it on the back straight.
Ooh, 24 swerving a little bit there. Really nice bit of action. I'd like to bring your attention to number 2 and number 69, I believe it is. It's going to be a very interesting battle, but from these two, just behind the 21, looking really close, really close. Apologies, 24, sorry.
They are very similar paint schemes.
Oh, 69, that was really close by number 60. 60 is, oh, that's dangerous. That is very dangerous. Not looking where he's going at all. I think we might have to revisit number 60. Fortunately, he didn't make any contact with anyone, but that was very dangerous, just pulling straight back out without even looking, because that was really dangerous. I did say I was going to be harsh in this race as well, so maybe just give him one. Wow! What's 21 doing as well? Was that 21? No, that was 51. 51. He was, again, I'm not entirely sure what's happening in this race. There seems to be a lot of just individual cars just slowing down randomly and occupying the track. Very strange.
Certainly, I think there might be some kind of server issues. We've had some
Yep. Let's see what his pit crew can do.
You see the 69s managed to get out front. Hopefully they don't take hammers to his front bumper and try and get it straightened out. But after all, that is an option. You could also break out the chainsaw, various tools.
We've got a bit of tape. Bit of tape, that'll do.
They'll probably fix up everything and make this arrow nice. They could sculpt the front of his car out of like modeling clay, let it instantly dry. And could get back out to racing. See, it appears that these drivers are slowing down, but no. See, the random slowing down that you're talking about, I'm not exactly sure what's going on because you hear some of them pass by.
As we see, number 60, sorry to interrupt, number 60 is now pitting. He's realising that that front end issue is going to be far too much for this race, so he's going to have to get that fixed out.
You see the number 69 here, actually quite a bit of distance. Oh, I believe the number 21 might have pitted. It was a 69 is one of the few cars that's actually out here on the track.
Number 30 coming in, but he looks absolutely pristine. He looks like the blonde bird in a group of munters. He is absolutely pristine. He's just going to get maybe a quick tyre change and a refuel, and I think he's good to go again. He's going to look nice and pretty. You see number 60, number 50, sorry, correction, 21 and 30 all lined up there. Number 2 appears to be... I'm not sure what's happened there with number 2, but it does look like he may be going to the pits. He is having a hell of a time trying to get back. He is not doing well.
Their way into the pits, they hit the brake hard, and then they kind of lose the back of the car. I'm not exactly sure what's happening here for the 2, though. That might be AI controlled, or I'm not sure. That driving is really weird, though.
I think fortunately now he is on AI control when he goes into the pits. Front end damage on number 2. It seems he's coming back in all the time. So interesting to see what the... Oh my lord! What on earth just happened there? Number 36 and number 2 just collided in the pits through AI. I don't even know what's happening anymore. I'm so confused.
I think that might have just screwed over number 2 as the 2's not actually able to get out now. Or I don't know.
No, we'll be able to, but wow, I was so confused. As you see, number 51 and 24 going around.
To repair that damage though in the last pit stop. Neither did the 51.
Neither did number 2 either, actually. 36 looks to have... No, he's not got any damage to repair either. So everyone running with the same specs at the moment. It seems like they're just chilling. Number 36 opting to not even race on the track, which is an interesting option. Yeah, number 36 not even bothering with the track at some stages. He's just joining the inside bit, trying to cut corners. I'll have to keep an eye on him.
That could have been bad, but mistake from the 24 caused somebody to lose. The 59 actually came up and was actually collected from the 24. You see the 30 car actually right back there. 30 car is still in the lead of the race. Forward right behind him. So not sure if the 21 first actually just in last place. Yeah, we see the 21 cars actually.
I think the 30 car will be in first, no doubt. Even with the pits, he's only had one pit, and the rest of them have pitted like twice. So I think it's not going to be a problem. For number 30, he's cruising again, as we saw in the previous weeks.
Especially with these reduced cautions, I actually really enjoyed this race. It's certainly a lot better to see these drivers not colliding and driving really cleanly. I think that it should be interesting to see a larger fleet of cars. 30, I think, just got by the 21 there. Right in the front through the 30 car. 30 car is our race leader and our championship leader actually as well. So
21 is on the inside of 30. It's going to be close.
Is the verdict that the 30 won the last race? I think that's what
I think it was. I'm going to hazard a guess that whoever disconnected was not number 21, but we don't know. Ooh, 21 carrying some serious speed through here. He's made it all the way through 24, doing really nicely. That aero's really helping him. I think number 30 is just trying to conserve the tyres here a little bit. He's playing the long game. Ooh, 24, a little love tap.
Definitely like what you were saying, conserving the tires, conserving the fuel, just trying to maybe get by if he needs to, but just trying to be careful as well as keeping 60. He's been there on the straight, but thankfully glitched out, so we can actually see glitched out. Turn into a ghost, so you can actually see this. We see the 24 riding the bumper now on the 30 car. Right, this one, 30's actually the distance in here. Not that much, those 24 still right the draft here in the 30 car.
I think we may have to revisit number 60 car. He is doing a little bit of dangerous driving, if I'm honest. Yeah, just gave 36 another little tap. I think we may have to, just as a whole, have a look at what his thing is, because he is currently all over the shop. Oh yeah, there's a definite lot of contact there. Number 60. Wow. Yeah, I just watched majority of that. I think, if I'm right in saying, the initial contact from number 60 was the cause. Again, 36 was a little bit all over the place, but I think I'm not 100% certain.
We see the some of our other drivers.
69's making some nice moves inside. Let's hope we can keep that position in front of number 30. That's really helping number 21 to pull away and get a little bit more of a lead. It's really nice to see. 21's been struggling with his lines and speed going into the corners today. I think that's the main cause for concern. So if he can try and nail that now and sort of just nail his lines a little bit more. Not ideal, he's cutting the corners a little bit there. Nice little pack here we've got going on.
Still do have our race leader, those 30, so
this is true, yeah. I agree. Although it is a very juicy race at the minute between the three of them. They're all having a lovely bit of racing. Excellent lines by number 30 again. Oh, 21 pulls straight out in front. But 30 adjusts really nicely. Really well played there. Really well played. 36 and number 2 now. Together, let's have a look at the rear end. You'd like to look at the rear end, wouldn't you, Joe?
I would take a look here at 36 number 2 at the moment.
Some interesting racing. I think number 2 is trying to hold his line. 36 a little bit higher, a little bit wider. Let's hope the communication is good between the two. You can see they both got aero damage. Let's hope that that doesn't hinder them too much. Oh, number 2 causing big. Number 2 went into the back of. Number 2 went into the back of 36. Can you confirm that you saw number 2 go straight into the back of 36?
I'm not sure though at what point the 36, if the 36 did something to brake and try to brake check the 2, or I don't know. I'd say that goes to the 2.
Regardless of that, I think even still, it was he was very close to the back bumper, and he looked like he just went straight into the back of him. Didn't even think about putting on the brakes, which was interesting. Yeah, so I've got a strike for number 2, and then potentially number 60, but we're not certain yet because he was just
really good racing here. Sorry to interrupt. We see actually at the front of the pack, these guys are trading spots around a lot. I think 69's actually up in front of these 3. You were saying we're going to talk about what we 60.
Yeah, I mean 60 was just providing some very dangerous driving early on, going all over the track, crashing into walls. Whilst he didn't obviously cause any issues as such, i.e. crashes, there were numerous occasions where he would just stop dead or reversed out into traffic.
We can give
and
him a strike. I think actually one thing we should talk about is possibly strikes. Is if we're gonna give like 1 strike per driver, like that's I think it'd be easier actually to just get away with it, because at this point nobody's gonna get it.
Yep. Yeah, I agree. Yep.
I think especially with these kind of restarts and stuff, or with the lack of restarts rather, I think that maybe we should get rid of strikes because the number of collisions are actually far and few between. So yeah, that's maybe something that we have to rethink.
Yep. Okay.
I'll have a communication with the chat room. I'll have a chat with Jane now.
Yep. Number 24 is at the back, yeah, and then it goes up to 69. Then number 21 in 3rd. I think 21's just disconnected. Oh no, number 21 is in the pits, but I'm guessing that means he's disconnected.
Yeah, that means he's disconnected.
All right, 21 has unfortunately disconnected, giving up 3rd place to number 69 now. 36 is in front, but I doubt he's in the lead. Number 30, I believe, is in the lead. 36 being the back marker. 2nd place is currently 69. That would be Mode. Sorry, Smiling Troll. And then we've got number 24, 3rd. That would be J-Pen. And then we go to the back markers from there on. Oh, number 60 again, causing real problems on the straight. I believe we're going to have to give him a penalty for that. As a whole, 3 times now on separate occasions. So we'll definitely
also have a chat with him after the race.
Yep.
Make sure we get some more practice sessions here. I heard a lot of metal there. It looks like 36 might have just spun itself.
Yeah, but not caused any issues as such, so I guess suitable.
Yeah, he almost took some metal. I mean, I think he turned until I think there was
51 and 30 and 60 all coming into the pits now with front end damage. Should be an interesting one to see who straightens themselves out. Quite a few people in the pits now. So we've got 30. Oh wow, I don't really know what's happening here. Oh wow. So we've got 60, 51, 30, 21 has disconnected. I believe we've also got someone further back. There was number 24 at some stage, but so 51 has decided not to repair his front end.
the rest of the pack is on the left pit lane here. Getting back up to speed. Nobody else out there.
Number 30. I'm not sure if the front end damage repairs on our side of things, but for some reason, a lot of them, from what we can see, not opting to repair that front end damage, which is very interesting.
I believe it does repair it, because I believe that 21 we saw last race had front end damage.
Yep.
I think the repairs do take a while, though.
Everyone in the field now got front end damage. Absolutely everyone.
Yeah, I think it's actually probably better this way. Like, well, I mean, obviously, it's not going to see damage cars. Oh, that's a big crash there in the 36. So just got loose there and sent it right into the wall. I think it's better though that we don't have all these constant pit stops and we see these drivers kind of battle their cars which are damaged and stuff.
36 and number 30 having a really tight squeeze, pushing 30 up into the wall. Oh, 36 has absolutely lost it. He is gone.
Yeah, he's totally on the track now. He tries to get back going. So take a look here. Remember, 2 cars have a ton of front end damage. Actually, all the cars do, so it's not really
every single car.
comparison that you could really make.
36 is absolutely struggling out here. I don't even know what he's doing. He's not causing crashes as yet, but
Yeah, something's going on.
he's definitely doing something. Oh, he's made it into the pits finally.
I believe I'm going to actually have to step away for a moment here.
Yeah, number 2 really struggling to try and keep to grips with his vehicle. It's about time that he's sending back to the pits, I believe. And let's check on...
You're going to be
check on the leaders. Yeah, no problem. Number 60 taking it back into the pits and not getting no front end repairs again. Number 30 looks like he's cruising around nicely. '51 and number 30 both coming around nicely. Okay, let's catch back up with the leaders. We've got number 30, what looks to be in third at the moment, but I'm pretty sure he's in the lead. We've got 51 and 24, both knocking it out for the top spot in this group. Oh, number 20, number 2 is all over the place. Probably losing a lot of speed there on number 51, who will hopefully gain on this pit straight now as we're looking to go to the turn number 1. Off the power very early. It's very apparent that this front end damage is clearly affecting their steering for all vehicles, really. Having a little love tap on the wall as we come in. Both of them sending it onto 2 wheels. Number 51 looking to make a move down the inside. There's contact on number 2, but I think he just makes it through. Let's see if he can hold that line and try and not rise up into number 2's line. I think they've just got away cleanly. Number 51 takes the position in front of number 2 there. Let's see what number 2 has to say. Get a little bit of slipstream into this corner. He's taking the inside line. Let's see what he can make of this. Oh, there is some big issues there. Oh, number 51 goes into 30. Jesus Christ. So number 2 into 51, which meant it went into 30 as well.
Alright, perfect. I am back. Are they all on the slowdown?
Wow.
Now?
Wow, they've all slowed down. That was a huge crash. Right. A huge crash. So, from what I gather, number 2 and number 51 were in a tussle.
Yep.
Right. Number 2, I believe, made contact with 51. 51 span out and caused a crash with number 30. So I believe number 2 is the initial cause. It was either 2 or 51. I couldn't tell you which one went into which, but what happened was effectively they went and crashed basically into each other, which caused a bit of a blow up. Whether that was 2 initially going into 51, I couldn't tell you, or 51 going, because it always lags a little bit when the crash actually happens. So
first caution restart that we've had ever, I believe.
Yeah, very, very juicy. Number 30 taking on the inside. Interesting here, number 69 goes up into 2nd place now, tailing number 30 nicely. I believe there's everybody's now had some repair, which is nice to see.
36 is actually racing up here with Bristol. 36 is actually for second. Doing a pretty good job there. 36 goes high, though. That mistake's going to cost him a place probably here. So 69 is hungry for that 2nd place.
Oh, 69 just squeezing 36 there. Gives 24 a nice bit of leg room coming all the way through. 69 looks to be really pushing 24. That's dangerous. Oh, 24 is getting absolutely sandwiched. Just, you see, the thing is about cutting that yellow line is you lose so much speed down there, and to try and get it back up through the gears and keep the momentum going, very, very difficult to do that.
Just tuck down below it really quickly.
Yeah.
I think that you see that I think it really only works for these drivers to tuck down below.
Yeah, we really need to get those racing lines sorted out. A few practice laps on here, definitely required. Cannot wait for Bristol. Bristol is next, ladies and gentlemen, for anybody who is still with us. You definitely need to get yourself on.
Wow, we've already got 10 people here. That's really nice. I bet we're on the D-Live top screen.
Oh yeah, baby. Get all on. Get watching. Give me them lemons.
We're going to drop for the next race here.
Oh, that looked like a big crash. I wasn't quite sure what happened then, if I'm honest with you. Everyone slowed down. That was a big crash, and I didn't see who started that.
Yeah, I couldn't quite catch it either. I was just taking a look here. We're going to drop the lemons next race here. As we see, we've got everybody now, I think, on another caution lap. Wow. We've actually had a couple of restarts here. I'm really surprised. Normally we don't ever have that. Indianapolis drivers now, just trying to go through their pit menu. Looks like we're actually going to have a little restart here. If we take a look at the leading order, we have the number 69, 30 followed by the 29, number 24 is a green flag now false here. Hampshire, 30 actually getting up here in front now.
Okay, so Mort gets a penalty there.
Yeah, that.
Yeah, he was like, I don't even know what happened.
Yeah, that went.
Wow. So far, penalties wise, if we just recap it, because I think we're on the last few laps here. I've got penalties for number 60 for multiple occasions of stopping on the track, reversing into traffic. You agree with that one or not? Sure. Yes. Yep. Penalty for 36 for the most recent one that just happened then. Yep. It caused a very big pile-up, huge. And a caution for number 2 for the initial contact on when just as you came back. Number 2 crashed into. Yeah, number 2 crashed into 51, which in turn crashed into 30, causing a pile-up. So the initial contact came from number 2. So we've got 1 penalty for 60, a penalty for 2, and a penalty for 36. Everyone happy with that?
Well, it's just you and me.
Absolutely, and I'm happy with it. So am I meant to tell them to do a drive-through now? Or is it we'll do a drive-through for the next race?
Oh my god, what just happened there?
Wow. I just watched number 30 just absolutely cannon across. Was it no 60, 69 was it?
Yeah. I think he got down on the grass. What the hell is happening?
I don't know. I think 69 just tried to wipe out 30. I'm not 100% certain.
I saw 69 went down on the grass and then he came back up on the track and then everybody was right there. And then that was a big incident there. That's going to be another restart. Actually, it's kind of weird now that we're actually having restarts. Because we haven't had them in so long. That's going to be a caution. Everybody slow it down. It stops. Oh, looks like the race actually finished under caution there. Okay. Well, that was
Troll just admittedly cut the corner.
Just to take it out, or
he just said it, and he said he tried to take out a pen. It was very clear that happened, so that's going to be a penalty.
Not a penalty because it's not cheating.
It is. Well, yes, it is.
No, it's talk to J-Pen. Here, come on up.
Going down below the yellow is not cheating.
No, that wasn't the issue I was on about. Causing dangerous driving by trying to take out a pen is the penalty.
All right.
Literally caused dangerous driving. Or was the dangerous driving?
Hold up. Since I collected people in that, it is a strike. My bad.
Yeah.
That's what I was on about. I wasn't on about the going below. That wasn't what I was on about.
I was just on about
no.
I didn't realize I collected people.
I was on about dangerous driving for the fact that cut the corner and nearly caused pretty much caused a collision. That was the penalty.
I did cause a collision. I didn't realize I'd done that.
But
yeah. So you want to hear the reasoning behind of what happened there?
Oh, please enlighten
So
me.
I noticed that the person behind me was a lap down, and I'm on the lead lap, right? So. And obviously Alex is going to finish first. So there's no way that I can not finish second. So I just thought, fuck it. And I just tried to cut the corner and get some oversteer going. So I might be able to get back on the track and beat out Alex. Didn't mean to hit Alex. And I had to avoid him. And then ended up going into the wall.
Right. So in terms of...
skill, I have none.
Yes, correct.
I know
penalties.
Level, but how bad is it?
Penalties. We've got 1 for car 60. From, oh wait, where's he gone?
Oh, he
here, love.
I think you've got 1 penalty more, maybe 2.
I only have 1 penalty the whole race.
Penalties. They're not penalties. They're just strikes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, one of them I think was.
But I didn't know if we were gonna do drive-through penalties, so we might incorporate them into Bristol. We don't know yet. We're
Well,
going to have
no,
a
the drive-through
discussion.
penalty. What I did go through the very back
Bristol
end
doesn't
before
have
I moved
Bristol's
over.
got a-
I think that what
Yeah,
it
it's
was.
fine.
supposed to be
We're just
penalties
talking
back.
about the penalties from this race.
Yeah.
We're debating whether, because by the time most of the penalties have been recorded, it was towards the end of the race, so there was no point in actually doing them. So we might just incorporate them into Bristol. We don't know yet. We're
Yeah,
gonna have a
you
chat.
guys saw me the whole race, right? How bad it was.
Yeah, I saw a multiple amounts. Yeah.
I hate this map.
Okay, and
I had
then
a-
the
I had the
last
roughest
car
time.
was 69 was Troll, wasn't it? So we got one.
Yeah, you got one.
Okay.
All right. Perfect. He's just gonna go in there and go ahead and let them know about their penalties. While we go ahead and get ready, we've actually seen some very, very good driving this entire season from the 30 car. Looks like he's actually pretty much got this season in the bag for the championship. As we see, we are already on week 4. Maybe though things could get switched up here, week 5, 6, maybe on the finale even. We have a couple of new drivers win some, or even Finzo's probably the only one who's really in a good position here to take a championship win. Maybe even Netflix, I believe, looking at our some of our slightly older data. He's not in too bad of a position, but he's not racing with us here today. So unless these drivers really make a turnaround, it looks like we actually have Venomous or Apen or Alex or 30 car. All of those are names that we kind of use for him. It looks like he's actually got a pretty good run here for the championship. We haven't actually calculated who's mathematically out of the championship just yet. But I think we have a couple of drivers here who are. We also see our new team, the Gatorade team. I'm pretty sure we've got 1, maybe 2 cars who are in this race racing for Gatorade. Hopefully, though, this next track, Bristol, is going to produce some very interesting results. Hopefully we'll get a little bit of mix-ups here. Hopefully not too many cautions, but hopefully we can have a little bit of crashing, because I know sometimes it's interesting for you guys. As we go and take a look here. We probably will want to discuss, though, changing the rules to get rid of the strike system, because especially with this, we don't actually have that many collisions, and so we're not actually handing out that many penalties. So we might end up deciding to change those rules back. As we see, Lord Justice Clerk Turner is just letting the drivers know about their penalty situation here. We're going to go ahead and hopefully as they get this lobby up, we should be pretty good to get going. It's actually pretty unfortunate that we don't have more drivers with us today. I think that it's probably better that we're starting out. I believe we have 7 drivers with us today. I believe that most of them make time for what happens yesterday, but we had our a little bit switcheroo here with the event that happened on Saturday, the Across the Puddle event, and so now we're doing it Sunday, and so I'm pretty sure a number of our regulars we're not able to make it for this race. It's a little bit unfortunate, but that's all right for now. Maybe we can have at least hopefully we'll have more drivers for the finale and other stuff. Finale is in a couple weeks here. Like usual, our finale is at Talladega, and it's actually a pretty long race. It's a 50% race, and it's one race that weekend. But we've still got a couple weeks to go. A lot can happen in those couple of weeks. We are trying to get most of our rules actually figured out. Hopefully we'll have less rule changes next season, so it's not quite as confusing. We're just trying to make it as fair as possible and as fun as possible, so that these drivers can enjoy the races, but that we don't have a ton of crashing. So hopefully, in a couple minutes here, we'll see Lord Justice Clerk Turner come back in here. As we see these drivers starting to get everybody loaded in. I think everybody's actually here. So hopefully in a couple seconds they'll actually be ready to go. Just give it a few moments here. As we see, I think they're probably discussing penalties up there in the driver's briefing.
Right. Okay, so from what we've established, total strike so far, Jab, if you wanted to have a little look.
Sure.
We've got 1 for car 60, 3 for 36, 1 for car 2, 1 for 69, and 1 for 14.
All right, that sounds good. Troll, I think one thing that we wanted to talk about possibly was I think, at least I considered it, is if we actually get rid of the strike system, because at this point we're not actually handing out enough penalties that we're, well, actually, at Bristol the 36 might end up copping a couple penalties, but I think that at some point we should actually look at either reducing the number of strikes people get, or we should look at doing away with it, because at this rate we don't actually hand out a ton of penalties, and normally the things that we're handing out penalties for actually are pretty serious, and when you get a strike for it, it's not really quite as, it doesn't really mean anything.
Yeah, like for example, the 3 or 4 car pileup that just happened from Fraser giving one little love tap on I can't remember who it was, Popcorn, I think.
Yeah.
That would be like a serious thing, because it went into like a 4-car pileup, you know. But in reality, it was just a strike. So
the reason we're seeing less strikes today versus others is
less drivers, but...
first off, less drivers, but also,
yep.
you know this. Do you see a certain person that's missing that tends to
obviously, yeah,
the Saudi Scourge. Love him to death, but you know what? When he gets in front, he's able to race well. When he's in the pack, he races like a knobhead.
Yeah.
But
more to the point, we're just on about like as a concept for actually keeping the strikes. There's not much point.
Yeah, especially
you could maybe have 1 strike and then it's off, but the 3 strikes, it just seems like, I know obviously like we say today we've got less people, but as a concept as a whole, the strikes, we shouldn't have to do that many strikes for them to be, you know, because then I think it would also make it a little bit more interesting. Just if people were like, oh shit, I've got a penalty, oh I'm going to lose a place, oh I'm not going to, do you know what I mean? Instead of thinking, oh I've got another 2 strikes, don't worry about it, I'll start going clean in a bit, you know.
Well, for the most part, we have seen clean racing. We've seen aggressive racing that gets out of hand.
I agree.
Yeah, I think it would just add a little bit more if we just get rid of
it. In reality, in real life, you don't see point penalties usually. There's dirty racing and people do dump people. In real life, you know what? If I'm what's it called? If I'm racing in real life, and this guy's been like blocking me the entire time, not letting me by, you know what? I may just get to the point where I'm gonna just dump him on the final turn, and I'll take the lead. And there is no actual penalty system in real NASCAR.
Yeah,
it's kind of a what's the word? It's a self-policing force, because in real NASCAR, if you dump me, or if I dump you to win, you're gonna remember that, and you're gonna have no hesitation in dumping me in the next one.
Yep.
Because it's like, well, you did it to me, I'm gonna do it to you back, and people are gonna be less or more likely to dump you because you're willing to dump others, so they won't feel as bad doing it. The problem with having lesser strikes is it may cause people to stop racing as aggressively, which may not be a bad thing.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, maybe the aggression's actually pretty good though. I don't know. We
because it's like
talk over a little bit, just after and see where people.
Maybe we'll just have a
like
you say, discussion afterwards.
You get 1 incident per race.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I think that's a.
And that's what it averages out to be.
Yeah.
And I think that's fair, because it's like, you know what? We're all human. We fuck up, and if we're gonna do a penalty system like we've had to, because of certain racers just driving like idiots, or just being inexperienced, then I think we should allow for some human error.
Yeah.
And just like the one where I cut the corner there, just being a complete knobhead because I thought it'd be funny.
Why not? Yeah.
What's it called? You know what it might be. What might be better is like, instead of doing 3 in a weekend, we do 1 per race.
Yeah. Maybe that.
And then any additional on top of that.
Yeah.
But, you know, sometimes you're just having a bad race. I don't know. We'll take that under consideration.
Yeah, we should probably just talk about it in the super secret management chat.
Anyway, cool. So we've got all the penalties or strikes down for now. So we'll just go over them at the end, and we'll give you a buzz on. All right.
So I'm curious, how's the races been looking for you guys in the booth up here?
They've been really good, really clean.
That's good.
Yeah, they've been really decent,
we
actually.
We don't have to worry about cautions or anything. It's amazing.
Yep. Yeah, I think the cautions do, like obviously the restart sort of give it an element of a bit of fair play, if you will, so that people can start to try again if they fuck up seriously. But it's only if something really serious has happened, like in this one that just happened, where we actually had a restart, which is good.
Yep.
The minor things, not so much, and we just carry on racing, which is kind of better for the flow. But in terms of like general racing, it's better this way than it was before. A lot better.
Yeah, certainly.
So, to build off that a bit, the reason we implemented relaxed yellows, also the timer's going to be starting down, so we got 30 seconds before the race starts.
We'll go in. I'll go.
That's fine.
Keep talking then.
Yep.
Sometimes it takes
I'll let you know once it starts. Anyway,
I accidentally joined. I'm backing out. Or should I...
just back out real quick.
Yeah, all right, backing out.
What's it called? Where was I at? Oh yeah, the relaxed yellow is a new system to try to stop just the constant cautions.
Yep.
And through testing, we found out that if it's a single car incident, meaning that one car spins out, then it's going to not cause a caution, and that person is going to be out of the race for a little while at the very least. And we anticipated also you're good to join. We anticipated early on that this would be problematic for the first couple of races because you know what? Sometimes the guy that gets dumped isn't the guy that was racing like a knobhead.
Yeah.
And that guy's going to get pissed. But it'll be for one race. They're going to finish last or a lap down or something. And then, you know what? People are all going to start driving a lot more conservatively. Because if you screw up and you dump yourself, then you're going to be horribly down on time. The only reason that I was able to do that stupid thing at the end was because Alex and I were the only... Well, actually, I was the only one on the lead lap that had not, like, wrecked myself. Like, so bad that I needed to pit or anything like that.
Yeah.
That was the only reason I was able to race like a knobhead on the final lap.
Yep.
Which, let's be honest, was kind of funny. Anyway, race is starting. I got a dip.
Good luck.
Have a good
Cool.
boys.
Alright, we're seeing these drivers now.
So we'll start in 36 on the front row of the grid. So we obviously got a decent time in the last race as well. Oh, it is going to be very tight here. Number 30 taking the lead. Really tight corners here. A lot of camber. Just going into the top a little bit there. Oh dear. A little bit of a... Oh, 21 has caused a massive upset there. 21 caused a massive upset.
Unfortunately, we've got a caution.
Wow, just as we thought Bristol was going to be just so clean. 21,
I mean, they got
you're definitely going to have a strike.
So that was pretty good.
Yeah. So from what I understood from there, 24 went... just gave a slight tap to 21, but it was just a very slight. 21 went down onto the bottom row, then tried to come back up dangerously, hit 24 into everyone else, caused the big collision.
All right. We did not see that.
Right. So that's from what I saw. 21. So should I tell them for a drive-through or not?
Are we doing drive-throughs? I thought we were doing point penalties.
I don't know.
No, I'm
if we're
pretty
just
sure
going to do point
drive-throughs
penalties.
Drive-throughs are only for when they cut that pit exit.
Right, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. No problem.
It's just
As we get underway again.
I'd actually, at some point, I really want to race in Series 2 because it looks like it's a lot of fun. I don't know. It probably is pretty stressful when there's other people here. And I want to stick with something here, but at some point it'd be kind of funky if we got a bunch of people on here and stuff in.
Oh! I'm not quite sure what happened there. Yeah. 24 on the inside. Looks like he got a little bit of a tap from 69 there. Yeah, well, he wants to be too careful because 30 doesn't want to come all the way around and get to them again.
Yeah, we see the
Because that does cause some serious problems. Yeah, 21's hitting the wall multiple times. Again hitting the wall. He clearly cannot manage his speed. And again, he's literally like he's making love to the wall. In fact, I'm going to go and tell him. I've just made Fraser so paranoid because I was like, Finzo, stop hitting the wall, and then Fraser was like, don't give me a penalty for that first thing, it wasn't me, Finzo hit me, and I was like, I've made my decision, I'll tell you at the end of the race. And like just made him really paranoid. That's hilarious. Okay, let's get a bit of an update on where we're at. So we've got number 24 and 36 having a little battle, but I believe 24 is going to hold his line nicely here. 36 is just carrying too much speed into it and has to brake in the corner. That's a real difficult skill, especially on a smaller track like this. It's really difficult to keep your speed up because, as you well know, the smaller the track, the harder it is to maintain it through the corner. But I suppose the one benefit that they do have here, Jap, is they do have high banks on the corner, which is good. So they can carry a bit more speed. It does look like that, yeah, I will agree with that one.
Exactly what's happening there. Slow down and pretty much came to a standstill.
So we ride on board with number 51. A lot of front end damage again. I think that was from that initial build up with Fraser and Finzo. That was a hefty crash. You can see him switching.
See if I can, what I might be able to do is there's probably a way that I can, if you go live on something, I can probably actually put your view as well on this or on this,
okay.
On the stream. I'm not gonna be able
that'd be good.
Right now. I'm gonna do this in OBS stuff.
Yeah, we'll have to have a look.
Yeah, we'll have to see if we can do that. Because it'd be also cool if we can have we can air the drivers as well.
Oh yeah, that'd be really good.
We could have a couple of drivers stream to do live or something, and then we can go put their streams up here as well. That'd be pretty cool. So we can have like a couple of windows with driver perspectives as well as.
That'd be really good.
Yeah.
So we're riding on board with 69. We're just gonna have a look at.
The one thing that I think we would need to do though is we need to actually have someone. We need to be able to have people film you whether they're going to be racing or not.
Yep.
Because it's going to be a pain to make the overlay. It's not going to be that bad to make the overlay. It's just going to be stupid to make the overlay and then people not. Like,
Arrive. Yep.
Yeah, because in the overlay.
Well, maybe just make multiple overlays and then decide.
You gotta title people's cameras and stuff. And then, yeah, you gotta title the car with
yeah, that is true. Tell you what, this is looking smoother than a bit of dairy milk chocolate over here. This is not a lot of contact going on between everyone. Oh wow, 69's absolutely gone. Wow. That is literally commentator's curse. I fucking love it.
Jesus. We look at him for like a second.
I'm gonna go tell Troll that. I'm gonna go tell him.
We also got one looks like excuse me, trying to exit pit lane, but come straight away.
wow. Mort just have zero common sense when it comes to re-entering the track.
Yeah. I see that.
I do like the fact that Mort is taking the high line on every corner, mainly because of the fact that he's also pushing Troll on the inside. Oh dear! I think that could potentially. That's a tricky one, you know, because he was on the inside, and it did look like Troll just sort of came down and cut in front of him.
I'm not sure whether Troll knew he was there, but
Knew he was there. Yeah. Well, we'll have a look on the back anyway.
Yeah, and I've got it on stream as well, so we can take a look at it.
Perfect. No problem. Oh, it appears we've had a caution. What the hell just happened there? Oh, was it from the one that we just caught?
I'm not quite sure yet. I'm pretty sure it was. Some of these drivers and I probably can't hit maybe.
Okay, so apparently the caution was between Mort, Popcorn, and Alex.
We've got here,
Wow.
30 cars actually that made. It's hard to lead the entire race, I think.
Doesn't surprise me at all.
Really, we're very, very
Really good. Really good.
Well, we've actually had really good racing in this especially.
Yeah, as a whole, we have had really good racing.
Certainly a lot more interesting than, hey, another caution and another caution.
Yeah, I agree. I do agree. Kind of a nice week to have not as many people.
Yeah, especially as a way to kind of feather into the actual rules.
Yeah, definitely so.
It'd be pretty cool. I don't know. I'll try and get, because it's fine this week. Well, it was fine this week, last week, and this week pretty much for me. So I'll see if I can try and look at any OBS stuff either this week or maybe next week. I don't know how much.
Yeah.
Depending on how much time I have. Because I had a couple of big times.
I'll tell you what's really interesting here, if you keep an eye on the 69 and 21 car, Mode appears to be hitting the wall quite a lot, which is taking a lot of speed out, which is actually now giving Finzo that opportunity to move ahead.
Yeah.
It's quite interesting here. He's hitting the wall an awful lot. Let's see what 69 can do. Ooh, Finzo takes a heavy hit into the wall. That'll knock a lot of speed off. As Mode takes the inside line, let's see if he can carry some speed through. It doesn't look like it so far, so it looks like Finzo's going to just take this second or third place here in front of number 69. So we can push as we pass ahead to number 30 car, who is just again he's just doing his own thing, isn't he? He doesn't even care, not a care in the world. It's absolutely great. Yeah, number 2 car's in front of number 30, but he is just like prey to a lion. It is going to be no problem whatsoever. Oh look, there he is again. Oh, there's number 30. He's on the back tail of number 2 now. He's going on the inside. Oh, it's going to be close. I'm going to keep an eye on this one.
Oh, then you get another bump because I think he's trying to go low now.
Yeah, number 30, very comfortably past number 2 now, and it will probably ride away into the sunsets.
Well, I'm not actually sure how many laps we have on this race. I know it's 25%.
Yep. So far we've got potential warning for 69 on 24, 69 on 36 for the cut across, and 36, 51 and 30 altogether. They had a pile up, but we don't really know who the cause was. I believe it could have been more, but I don't know. Okay.
I'm not sure how this will work over the latency. I feel like you could probably do it, but it might be a little bit.
Yeah, potentially so.
Because we might get some drivers. As it looks like 36.
Oh dear, number 69 spinning out again. Oh!
Spun to 36 there. Oh my god. Did they just shove their way past the 30?
No, I believe what happened was, from what I could tell, is that number 69 went into number 2, and then from there, I believe there was a bit of a spin out, and it caused a hit on number 30.
On top of that, I saw the 36 though. I think the 36 kind of got dumped a little bit by the 35.
Right, okay. So there was a 5-car pile up there, Neil. Right, okay.
I do think a little bit more about this thing. Yeah, so latency might be a bit of an issue. Because I think Discord is pretty good about not having latency, but I think D-Live got things that we can play on the screen.
Yep.
And so we'll have to find out whether we want to try and whether you can actually import Discord live streaming into OBS, or whether you actually have to have
we shall see. I don't know if J-Pen could be in the lead here. Not sure. He is in front of Alex. Oh, he's taking a nice big chunk on the wall there, and Alex is just going to eat that up. Oh, wow. Right, and now he's going to get relapsed, so it's no. Yeah, number 30 looks like he's just going to take a nice, easy line on this inside. Oh, a little bit of contact there. I can't speak French, so I'll let the funky driver do the talking now. Love it. Absolutely love it. So guys, if you are wanting to get involved in the driving, make sure you head over to our fsATC server on Discord, and we will get yourselves a spot. This league is already underway for this year. I think we've done about a third of the races. So we're just over halfway, but there's plenty of spots. I think we have up to like 16 cars in these races, can't we? Or something?
Yeah, it's either 16 or 20.
Yeah, we have plenty of cars in there. So if you want to get yourselves in, get yourselves racing. Plenty more cautions available for you. So I am the harshest judge on here. Get yourselves in, and we'll be having some really good races. Looks like 24 is making serious love to the outside wall at this moment in time. He is. I might have to have words. I'm going to call the local sheriff in his area, because that is classed as perversion. He is touching that more than Blue touches Coke.
I think we've had Blue in here occasionally. He's not actually like that.
Yeah, Blue is a well-known child molester. No, he's not really. I'm joking. He's not really. That was a joke.
But he's pretty well known in the circuit.
He is. He's well known for being crazy.
NASA as well. I was thinking when you said blue, I was actually thinking about NASA.
Yeah, he's crazy as well.
Well, then again, who's not? We're all pretty well, I don't know, some of us are.
I might go and just quiz his. Oh my lord, 69.
Oh no, I got a freeze frame there for that collision. That was
Yeah.
I'm not sure why I'm getting so many frozen frames. I'm like, okay, let me check. I'm not even at like 100%. Okay. I'm barely scratching.
Doesn't matter. We're all right. So.
We see a bunch of drivers pitting here. I apologize for the frozen frames.
Right. I don't know if 30, you know, in that initial crash that we were speaking about, where 69 went into 2 and then 30 went into, or is it 36 went into 30? I don't know if initially 30 made a move on 69, hence the reason of the kick out. I know for certain 69 went into number 2. I may have to just query them both on that. And we'll just have to see from there. But I know for certain you claimed that 36 went into 30 at that build-up as well.
The build-up, I think 30 went into 36. So I think the
30 went into 36. Right, okay. So from what I can gather, 69 went into 2. Caused 30 to spin out. That went into 36.
No. 30 jumped.
That's what you think.
Like, I think it was probably about half a lap or something before those guys happened.
Oh, right, okay. Okay.
I could.
So we're gonna have one. That's fine. 30 has 1, 69 has 1, 21 has 1. So far, that's all we can give.
I know we are on 36 now. Is this 69 actually ahead of them?
Yeah, no, not in league, not in race standings. Yep. To be fair to Troll, the 69 car, he is actually a good racer. He does race lines really well. It's just occasionally like clips a window, it clips the wall or something like that, and it just doesn't quite pay off.
I mean, yeah, I have raced with him before. He's really, really good at racing. But yeah, like you said, he clips a wall and stuff that never really.
Yeah, whereas
I managed to get by him, but I accidentally put it down. There's this little black surface that you guys can see below the actual track, onto the pit road. That's got no grip down there, and so I tried to merge onto the track way too quickly.
wow.
Spinning around like 3 times, and I lost my like almost lap again. And then this is 39 again. Back up. Not back up. Lap. some cases when you approach these turns, I'm actually able to lift the gas and just coast through most of them. But with aerodynamics, you actually do have to start worrying about the braking. So I think that's one of the things that's probably that mistakes they're not braking enough because the aerodynamics is just preventing them from getting out.
Yeah, something you've really got to be careful about here at Bristol is because the circuit is so small, the turning radius of your tyres is actually going to be a lot more different to how it would be on a normal circuit. So the pressure builds up on that outside tyre really, really high. So that's why when you look at the customization of a lot of these track cars, the outside pressure of the tyres is actually a lot higher than the ones on the inside. Because the ones outside, they're the ones doing the turning and getting the traction. The ones inside just need that little bit of grip. That's why they're slightly less, because they want them to come down a little bit more, whereas they want it to be leaning on the inside, so it helps them corner. Oh wow, I've just seen 21 absolutely wiped out.
That's a 36
The 36 car spun out as well. From what?
I'm not sure. I didn't see who actually take it out. I saw him drive by.
Right. I think he just came out of the pit. I think that's why.
It is also considerably longer. These races are. We've been at this for almost 2.5 hours now. Normally the cautions we're probably at it for about an hour 45. Sometimes 2 hours, but we're actually able to get this racing, and it's amazing. Oh my god. What? Oh my god, the 36 has been trapped in pit lane this entire time. He doesn't turn out enough, and then he gets caught in the next line.
Oh no, what a shame.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, he's just out now. He's just got out. Yeah, 30. It appears that he did just try and connect to a 69 a little bit. Oh, he spun out again. 69.
I'm not sure though, because the live race lineup just says like I think in order. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it just tells you what lap they're on. I think it doesn't necessarily always tell you what the lineup is. All we know is Finzo is apparently at the back. Now Finzo's at the front. Now I'm confused.
Yeah, it's kind of I can see if there's actually a way to adjust what's displayed on here.
Mm-hmm. This is true.
Well, I mean, it's not really.
God, I wish I was in this race. I think he's just going in to get some air and stuff.
Yeah, probably. Would you be able to ask for a lap count?
Yeah, of course I can. Give me 1 second.
Alright, we're gonna go and dump the limits here. And 30 seconds, and then the limits are gonna go distribute. Ready? Let's see, 30 cars decided to get here. 69 seconds. Now we got about 10 seconds.
So lap count is 28 laps remaining, and a lot of these vehicles have just been telling me that they are getting a lot of penalties within the race itself. So like the speed penalties and such like that. So quite interesting, really.
So I believe we distribute the
The what? Sorry.
I think we just go ahead and distribute. Okay, we already dumped the lemons.
Oh yeah, baby. Get them lemons. Dump them lemons. Yeah. I'll tell you what I've really admired today, Jab, is I've admired how smooth number 30 car Alex has been going around his business. He's not been getting involved in a lot of the accidents. He's just been keeping to himself. Even when accidents have been happening ahead of him, he knows that he can hang back a little bit and allow his experience to really take over in these races, which has been really nice to see. I don't know about you. Yep. Absolutely, absolutely. And it really benefits him. Oh my lord. 21 car looks like he just span out and caused a...
And that almost got him at 36. That's going to break that car. Yeah. I mean, this is pretty good. 2 restarts on Bristol is actually really good. I say that, and of course, the next lap is going to be right. So now they actually have a chance to pit. We'll kind of see what happens here in terms of the lineup. Some of these drivers might be pitting.
Fraser's still so paranoid. It was actually Fraser that caused that initial one there that I noticed. I did see number 2 spin out, but Fraser caused... 21 caused... try that again. Number 2 caused the initial hit on 21, which then caused the build-up of the pile-up. So, number 21 and number 2 have received 1 strike. So, if we tally them up at the minute, quickly tell people, you can keep a general eye on things if you can. Oh, wow. So, control is now out of strikes.
And as we see, 24 now going out.
36, that's definitely getting a strike. He's a point off.
Are you sure? I saw that looks like the...
did no crash occur from it? I just presumed it did.
It did.
Right, well, I'll take it off then. I'm going to let that go. Yep. It was 25, but I think it'll probably be about 19 or 20, something like that. Yep. Let's see. Wow, we've got a lot of penalties. Not penalties, sorry. Strikes there. It's quite interesting.
Yeah, we're gonna try and dump the lemons in.
Oh yeah, baby.
Oh, I can't.
Get some lemons going.
Since this giveaway is too close to the last one, I don't need to do it.
What? What?
I don't know how D-Live works, so I'm not exactly sure what I'm supposed to do.
Unbelievable.
It's the everybody got the network numbers. I'm pretty sure we got like 7,000 numbers. Oh, we got
7,000. So, as a total stand for now, car number 30 has 1 strike. Car number 60 has 1 strike. 36 has all 3 strikes. Car number 2 has 2 strikes. Car number 69 has 3 strikes. Car number 14 has 1 strike. Car number 69 has 1 strike. Car number 21 has 2 strikes. So there's a lot of strikes in this one. Continue. So.
Well, I mean, the race is coming to an end here, so we might actually see it's kind of
I think there's a caution, unless that's the end of the race. Surely not.
It could possibly be the end of the race there. I mean, laps here take 30 seconds.
Yeah, I guess so.
It could very, yeah.
Oh, and actually, I think that could be the end of the race because we did have a caution as well, didn't we?
Yeah,
which would have eaten up a little bit more. So I think that should be the end of the race.
Yeah, the caution would have eaten up at least probably 5 laps.
Yeah, definitely so. I think that'll probably be the end of the race, that one. We'll soon find out if they all hop back, but I think it'll be the end of the race. Alright, it's normally just for the winner to do a victory lap, I believe.
Well, no, I mean in this game, I think they have a victory lap and they have behind.
There we go. Finished.
Perfect. All right, let's go
Okay.
ahead. I'm just going to try and take a quick screenshot of the results because sometimes they don't capture them. That was pretty interesting, actually, for the rule changes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
I quite enjoyed that race. Really good race. Fraser actually did really well to get up to second.
Yeah.
He did super well. I suppose that J-Pan and Finzo must have just had some really bad luck in that towards the end. I think some of those crashes really helped Fraser get up the leaderboard and must have just pitted at the right time. And sometimes that's all it is on these smaller tracks. You just literally need one massive crash ahead of you, and before you know it, you're up there. You know, it's just the way it is.
Definitely. Yeah, but I think the new rules are working perfectly. Well, not perfectly, obviously, because we haven't tried it with more people, but I think it's actually going really, really nicely.
Yeah, definitely so.
Yeah, so
and look, exactly what I was talking about before, actually. Sorry to just interrupt, but Smiling Troll, look at his lap time. Previous best lap time. Yeah. 15.876, which is just 0.2 of a second off Venom at the top there, off Alex.
Yeah, super close.
So he's very close in terms of his lap times. So if he can just cut out those little hits here and there, I'd say that he's got a hell of a chance. But yeah, a really good race in general.
Certainly was a very interesting race. So I think we're probably going to go ahead and end the stream here. Thank you everybody for watching. I apologize nobody won the lemon giveaway. I'll have to find out exactly what we're doing there. Hopefully we'll be able to have a little bit newer of a stream overlay in a little while. Maybe next week, maybe not. Just depends if I have enough time. Thank you, everyone. From me, both myself and from Lord Justice Clark Turner.
Thanks, appreciate it.
We will hopefully see you next time on next Saturday for our next series of races. All right, everybody have a good day. Thank you, and goodbye.